kids, what's up? It's me, MJFANGIRL, and in today's video, we're going to be talking the bad era. Yes, the top 5, in my opinion, bad era award show moments. Stay tuned. I promise you won't want to miss this one. You are now watching MJFANGIRL TV.
Girl, you got to we can touch the sky
Alrighty, so if you have not seen my face before, my name is MJFANGIRL, and I make videos here for and about the Michael Jackson fan community. So if you're interested in not missing a video from me, make sure that you hit that subscribe button down below, and also hit the notification bell so that YouTube lets you know every time I upload. So Michael Jackson's bad era was one of his biggest eras. I know that pretty much every fan loves the bad era in some way, shape, or form. So I thought today I would follow up my other video, the Dangerous Era Award Show Moment Favorites that I did a few months ago. And if you don't know, I will link it in the description below. But I did that video and I talked about my favorite award show moments from the Dangerous era. So I thought, what better way to follow up than with some bad era goodness. Now I'm going to be sharing 5 of my top favorite moments. Of course, these are all my own opinions, but I'm pretty much sure that you guys will agree with most of them. Make sure that you make your comments down below and starting a conversation and letting me know what your favorite bad era show moment is. Now, some of you guys may remember the Soul Train Awards of 1989. Michael Jackson was there to receive the American Music Award of Achievement, and it was presented to him none other by Eddie Murphy. Now, the funniest thing to me here was when Michael was accepting his award, the microphone was way too low for him, and here was his solution. Check it out.
Thank you very much, Eddie Murphy. First, I'd like to thank. Could you lift that up, please? I can't wait. Eddie, I need your help. It ain't working. Okay. Go like bend down. First, I'd like to thank.
He said, Eddie, pull it up like I was working for him. And I started to do it too. I was like, yes, Mike. Wait, what am I doing?
First, I'd like to thank God, who makes all things possible.
Wasn't that great? Like, I just love this period of time because between like 1989 and 1990, there were so many different appearances made together by Michael Jackson and Eddie Murphy, and I just love like the banter back and forth. And I actually think this lasted into the Dangerous era because I remember doing some clips in my last video when I did Dangerous Era Award Show moments, and Eddie Murphy was in that too, so I love it. It's totally classic. Alright, so now let's take a look at the Grammy Awards in 1988. Now, as a lot of MJ fan may already know, Michael Jackson did not really receive the awards that he was looking for and hoping for at the Grammy Awards that year, but he did shut the house down with his performances of The Way You Make Me Feel and especially Man in the Mirror. Now, he totally took the menu to church that night. This performance by Michael Jackson in 1988 was and still is considered one of the best performances at the Grammys of all time. Take a look. I can't show you guys too much of it because copyright, you know, but check it out. Okay, so next up I'm going to be talking about a moment that I think is very much overlooked and that is when Michael Jackson was honored at the 44th gala held by the United Negro College Fund, and then he was presented with an honorary doctorate degree. Yes, as some of you might not have known, but Michael Jackson has an honorary doctorate degree given to him by Fisk University, which is an HBCU, historically black college university. For those of you that don't know, here in America we have universities that are considered historically black colleges. This goes back to many years ago. Now anyone can pretty much attend, but they are historically black colleges, and Michael Jackson actually gave a donation to start off the Michael Jackson Scholarship Fund. He gave a donation of $600,000 to start it off, and what better way to honor him than the United Negro College Fund honored him that night. He got his doctorate, and a lot of people were in attendance. Elizabeth Taylor was there, Whitney Houston was there, she sang, who else was there, Liza Minnelli. It was just a really great moment, and I love some of what Michael Jackson had to say about education. Check it out.
I can't believe I'm nervous. But I really am embarrassed. I appreciate everybody coming tonight, and all these great friends who are here, all of you, Quincy, Elizabeth, Liza, I mean everybody. I love you all. First, I do want to thank God who makes everything possible. And I'd like to say about the United Negro College Fund, an education opens a person's mind to the entire world. There is nothing more important than to make sure everyone has the opportunity for an education. To want to learn, to have the capacity to learn, and not to be able to is a tragedy. I am honored to be associated with an evening that says this will never happen. Thank you. I love you all.
Alright, so you guys just saw that. One of the things that I want to let you guys know about me personally is that although Michael Jackson didn't actually go to like formal school, I believe after middle school or high school, it might be middle school, but anyway, he had tutors on the road. One of the things about him was that he really inspired me to pursue my education and to continue learning, and not just in the typical sense of go to college and do this and do that, but to keep learning, to keep reading, and to draw from those that you admire and study the greats, become greater, all of that. And I just wanted you guys to know that Michael Jackson really inspires me to learn, and I hope he inspires you in the same way. Also, another fun fact before we jump into our next moment, the Michael Jackson Scholarship Fund as of now is still up and running. So if you know any college students that are looking to get some money to help them attend an HBCU, make sure that you go and do a Google search, because that scholarship fund is still up and running and available for students to help them learn and gain a higher education. Alright, so one more moment that's not your typical award show moment but should be talked about is when Michael Jackson received the Artist of the Decade honor from the White House. Yes, the President of the United States at the time, Mr. President Bush, the first President Bush, presented him with this award. I believe it was in April of 1990, and here's a little clip of that moment.
Got a few fans over here that lining up playing hooky for work over there. Welcome, Michael Jackson here, who's been named Artist of the Decade, and he has a tremendous following. He does good works, what we call the points of light concept, and I just wanted to bring him out here and officially welcoming the White House once again. Glad you're here, sir. Very pleased you're here.
And one more thing that I learned from the Michael Jackson website was this was his second of 3 times being honored by the White House. The first time was by President Reagan, the second was by President Bush, which you just saw, and the third was by President Clinton. I don't know, I think that's pretty cool. Not many artists can say that they were honored by the White House, period, not to mention 3 times during their career. Alright, so the Bad Era Award Show moment that I love, and this is gonna be my favorite one, you guys, and it's a mixture between just like how regal and how like Michael Jackson he looks. It's a matter of like how much I love his hair, because this hair was probably my favorite like hairstyle ever of Michael Jackson, and also just because I love seeing him interact with his good friends at this award. It was presented to him by Eddie Murphy and Elizabeth Taylor, and it was the Soul Train Heritage Award. And I believe this might have been the first time that she said that he was the king of pop, rock, and soul, and yeah, I guess the name just stuck.
And in my estimation, the true king of pop, rock, and soul, Mr. Michael Jackson.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Elizabeth Taylor. Thank you. Thank you, Eddie Murphy. First of all, I'd like to...
This is yours too.
Oh,
I'll hold it.
okay. First, I'd like to thank God who makes all things possible. I'd like to thank my mother and father, who I love very much, Joseph and Catherine Jackson. I thank Quincy Jones, who's in the audience. I don't see him. He's somewhere.
He was right there.
But he was right there, but thank you, Quincy. I thank Bill Bray, John Branca, the Epic family, Walter Yetnikoff, and Larry Stesso and Glenn Brunman. I love you. Thank you very much.
Those are my top 5 Bad Era Award Show moments. You know what to do. Leave me a comment down below and let me know what your favorite award show moments or awards, honorary moments from that period of time are. Make sure that you're also hitting the subscribe button if you haven't already. Make sure that you're hitting the like button, because when you press like on YouTube videos, YouTube knows to suggest it to other MJ fans. And lastly, make sure that you are following me on Twitter and Instagram, because I post there pretty much every day. You don't have to stop here. You can check out some of these. Check out some of these videos. I promise you, they'll be good. They'll be fun. See y'all next time. Bye.